Hi there, it's Councillor Glen. It's Saturday, June 22nd, and this morning I'm at the Feed Mill Creek Stormwater Pond in Timbermere. I'm just next to Kittiwake Drive. Carp Road is just over there. Maybe you can hear the traffic in the background. A beautiful place to explore here in our neighborhood. There's pathways all around and they kind of go in behind the houses, and I guess if it doesn't rain too much, maybe it's a place you could come out and check out on the weekend. It's been quite a week. Lots going on. We had the heat wave. Thank you for checking in on friends and neighbors. Super important in heat waves. These can be life-threatening events, and it's always important to check in on people who may not have air conditioning, may have health vulnerabilities, maybe they don't have transportation to get to someplace that's cool. So thank you for checking in on people. This will not be the last heat wave this summer, I'm sure, and we really need to stay vigilant and stay safe. Yesterday also, June 21st, was National Indigenous Peoples Day, a really important event in Canada, and of course here in Ottawa we are on the unceded territory of the Algonquin Anishinaabe Nation. So June 21st, National Indigenous Peoples Day, a very important day to mark and to reflect on. We have lots of events this weekend. I hope the rain doesn't wash any of them out, because most of these are outside. There's a Mark Yakabuski Park. There's the Party in the Park, an annual event organized by Foley Peters' team. On Stittsville Main Street, there's a craft and vendor market just down from the Legion, and they are doing a fundraiser. They're giving away free strawberries, but you have to make a donation, and that money is going to go to Jack, who's a young 11-year-old, I think, in our community. Market at the Barn tomorrow at Village Square Park. It's their annual Strawberry Social. An indoor event tomorrow at Main Street Pub. There's a Brazilian Vibes event with Brazilian music and food. The Front Porch Concert Series, because of the rain last week, has been moved to Thursday this week at porches and driveways all across the city. One of my favorite events. Canada Day is coming up July 1st. There's lots going on. We have our flag raising ceremony that I'm hosting at the Stittsville sign at Kavanaugh Green, first thing, 9 a.m., followed by a short reception at Hazeldean Gardens. The Stittsville Village Association have their annual event, including music and fireworks over at Sacred Heart and Cardell Rec. In the evening, there's a car show during the day on Stittsville Main Street. There is a big event at the Legion to celebrate Canada Day, so tons going on. Check out my website, glengower.ca/events, for all of the details. There's so much going on. This is just the tip of the iceberg, so check that out for details. A huge thank you to everyone who came out to our Welcome to Stittsville Multicultural Festival last week. It was our best one ever. Great weather, huge crowds, 80 participants. Thank you to all the organizations who participated. Huge thank you to all the volunteers and to my staff for organizing the event. I cannot wait till next year. And we've got some great photos online as well, so check out the photos on my website. We had a super busy week at City Hall. I think I had 6 committee or board meetings over the course of the week. I won't tell you about all of them. They're all important, but some more than others. On Monday, committee approved a new wildlife strategy. A big point of contention was on beaver management, and I think there's still room to go to improve that. The city did commit, or committee directed staff to do some more consultation and exploration and pilots of alternate beaver management techniques. It's a real challenge because we've got critical infrastructure like stormwater ponds and municipal drains, and beavers love to build dams and it backs up the waters. There's some techniques and technology that you can use to mitigate against that, but not always. Relocation of beavers is an option sometimes, but under provincial law you can only relocate beavers within a very small radius, and there's beavers everywhere, so sometimes you're putting those beavers into conflict with other beavers, which is not good. So it's a real challenge. I don't think we have finalized anything, and continue to work on that with a number of partners here in the city. So better than what we're doing now, but still some way to go. The Solid Waste Master Plan is something that we approved this week. I'm sure you've heard about the 3-item garbage limit coming on September 30th. That's just one of, I think, 50 different initiatives that are being taken over the next 30 years to extend the life of our landfill. Now, why are we doing that? It comes down to money in many ways. So a lot of the waste that goes to our landfill, 58%, could be recycled or composted. So it doesn't need to be going in there. So a lot of the solid waste master plan is about ways to divert more material. And if we extend the life of the landfill by a few more years, we defer hundreds of millions of dollars in costs, which benefits city budget and benefits taxpayers. Hundreds of millions of costs comes from whatever has to come after the landfill, whether that's another landfill or whether that's a new technology or incinerator, anaerobic digestion. There's different options. These take a long time to get approvals for, often 12 or 15 years, and they're also incredibly expensive, hundreds of millions of dollars. So it's not to say we won't do it, but the longer we can defer having to make that capital investment, the better it is for city finances. So ultimately, that's what we're trying to do with this solid waste master plan, is to plan for the future and have a responsible financial plan going forward as well. I've shared some of my thoughts about this on my website at glengower.ca if you're interested in some of the numbers and some more details. There's a really important thing that the city just updated. It's the latest information about the transportation master plan. This is important because this is about prioritization of investments in major transportation projects. So if you are interested, like I know many people are, I am, around Fernbank Road, Terry Fox Drive, Maple Grove Road, major transit projects coming into Stittsville, even Carp Road, it's really important that you share your feedback at engage.ottawa.ca, just for look for the transportation master plan. The more feedback and the more input we can get from Stittsville residents, the better that I can advocate to move these projects up on the priority list. So please participate in that. It's super important. This is I think the third round of consultation for the TMP, Transportation Master Plan. And so far, Stittsville residents have been really great at sharing feedback. In fact, for the active transportation, cycling and pedestrian, we had the highest feedback rate of any of the communities outside of the downtown core, which is great. And as a result, we actually had a number of great projects added to that list. So it does make a difference. Please do participate. Some very quick local updates. The Westwood paths. Thank you for your patience during construction. They were closed down for 4 or 5 days, but there are now 3 new paths connecting Westwood to the Trans-Canada Trail at Angel Heights, Putney Park, and Finsbury, and it's been great to see people checking those out over the last few evenings and during the daytime. Really great little connections that make a big difference in the community. Huntmar Maple Grove is nearly done. They're going to be taking the bags off of the cycling lights soon, getting all the pylons out of the way, so that's looking good. Over on Cloverloft and Lazy Nol, they're doing the final lift of asphalt. I don't know if they finished it on Friday or if they're finishing on Monday, but very, very close. And then they'll be removing all the construction signs and pylons and taking away the parking restrictions. So thank you to Cloverloft and Lazy Nol residents for your patience. Trans-Canada Trail from Jinkinson to Dwyer Hill will be closed Monday to Friday this week for maintenance. They are doing some maintenance on the gravel pathway to fix that up. If you've been following 6310 Hazeldean Road, we have a small update we've posted to the website. The developer has submitted their 4th or 5th resubmission. This one's a pretty minor change, some alterations to some of the architectural details on it, but check that out if you're interested. I wanted to mention 2 things that we get a lot of questions about. One is the intersection of Shea and Flewellyn. We have a lot of collisions there. It's in Councillor David Brown's ward. He's been working on getting some improvements, and there are, in the short term, some better signage and safety measures to reduce speed and heighten awareness that is not a 4-way stop. So that's in the short term. And in the long term, trying to get some funding to upgrade that intersection as a roundabout or realign it so it can be a 4-way stop. And I think he's making some good progress on that. He's got an update on his website. Just search for David Brown, Rito Jock, Ward 21, and you'll find his website and some updates there. Here in Stittsville, Crossway Park in the Connections neighborhood. Wanted to give a quick update there. I won't go into all the long details here. I have posted something on my website that has the whole background. But we are getting a junior playground built in the big open field at Crossway Park. That's at Crossway and Unity Terrace in Connections. We're going to have a design to share with you fairly soon, and then construction will be likely in 2025. I don't think we're going to be able to squeeze it in for 2024. There was not a park plan for there originally. It was meant to be an open space, a field space, but I have secured some extra budget to do a junior playground, because I know there's lots of kids and families. Originally the intention was, well, it still is the intention, it's just taking longer. There's a very large district park right next to the Connections neighborhood, but that's taking longer than planned to get finished because it's co-located with the future high school and the funding for that has been delayed. Anyways, the long story is on my website. The short story is we are getting a junior playground for Connections Park coming soon. This week, looking ahead, one highlight, so I've had too many updates, this is too long today. On Thursday at Transportation Committee, I have a report coming to lower speed limits in the Fernbank Crossing neighborhood on Cope, Rouncey, Abbott, and Cranesbill. Currently they're 50 kilometers an hour, believe it or not. I want to lower those to 40 kilometers an hour. That's based on feedback from residents. So that's coming to committee, and hopefully I can get committee's approval. And finally, a big congratulations to all the graduates in our community, high school graduates, from all of our high schools, from all of our middle schools, from all of our elementary schools. Things are wrapping up right now. Congratulations to college graduates. Algonquin College, for example, had their convocation at Canadian Tire Centre this week, and all the university graduates as well. So whatever you're celebrating here at the end of the school year, congratulations, great job, and I hope you have a great summer. Thank you for tuning in and watching my update today. I'll be back here next week on Canada Day Long Weekend. Take care.